Did you know that fear and faith require the same thing? They both require your imagination. Hey, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic, and this is really important when it comes to our health, believe it or not. So our brain is a predicting machine, and it's designed, at least on some levels, to predict the worst case scenario, especially when you're trying something new. So if you're going to try a new activity, whether it's with your health or other areas of your life, your brain's going to predict the worst case outcome if things go poorly, so you can prepare for that. So we need to recognize that, because you can use your imagination to use faith on the other side and go, what if it works out just the best, the opposite? What's just the best, everything's could happen that could come from this? And that's quite possible as well. And so, I don't know about you, but when I procrastinate on things, almost always, I've got some fear over a certain situation. I always predict the worst case scenario. So for example, I had a gentleman that was applying for this position, not my office, but his other position, and he was a very, very nice young man, but he did not have the qualifications for this particular position. And so I was the one that had to give him a call and say, hey, you can't have this position because you're not qualified yet. And I was kind of dreading the phone call because I thought he was going to get mad at me. He was going to be upset that he couldn't get the position. And so I kept procrastinating. I finally made the phone call and I said, hey, here's the situation. It's not that you have anything negative here in your resume, but you just don't have the qualifications. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, I totally understand. I kind of figured that, but I thought I would put the application in anyway. And it went a million times better than I was expecting. And it almost seemed to always happen when I procrastinate on something. When I finally take action, solve the problem, it's always much easier than I was expecting. So here's the thing I would recommend on this. Can be with your health especially, is that number one, understand that your brain is going to predict the worst case scenario. So take some time. You just take 5 minutes and sit down and write out what's the best case scenario. And also you can acknowledge the worst case scenarios and just be okay with that. It's like, oh, worst case scenario, if this happened, okay, I can deal with that. You're much more likely again to take action and move forward. The second thing, number, get adjusted. Chiropractic adjustments reduce stress hormones and you're going to make better decisions. Number three, breathe. When we get stressed, we breathe more shallow, which produces more anxiety and more stress. So breathe, take some breathing. There's a lot of different breathing techniques, but if all you did was just slow down your breathing, take some deep breaths and just relax, that'll make a big difference. And then number four, take action. Break it down into 5-minute increments. Go, okay, what's the first thing I can do, and just spend 5 minutes doing it, and it's just going to get that momentum going. So I hope that helps, but again, those fear and that stress, it takes just as much with imagination to do faith or fear. And again, it's a process. Just like your health, it's a process, not an event. The more that you do this, the easier it gets.